Hi guys, this is Juno and welcome back to another Summoners War video. Today we have another account review for a user named 837 slash exclamation mark 3. Yeah, that's the name. I have no clue what it means. His account is a little different from the accounts that we've seen recently. Seeing his mana count, I am not that optimistic about the account, and overall this account is very early game, but it does have some cool runes. So we'll give him some advice on what he needs to focus on and maybe some pointers on the fastest way he could improve. And it's crazy because this account has gotten some things that most other F3 accounts didn't get done. Hey guys, before we start the video, if you guys are interested in getting advice and help from me and other Summoners War players, feel free to join my Discord, where the link is in the descriptions below. Also, if you enjoy my content and want to support me, become a Patreon, where the link for it is also in the descriptions. I want to say I appreciate all the support, and believe me, I really do. Anyways, that was it. Let's get back to the video. So this account is a 346-day-old account. That's less than a year. He only reached F2 in regular arena, and that's all I'm going to be looking at. He's not really in a high guild. He didn't finish TOA hard, which is bad. The first thing that this account should work on is finishing his TOA hard. It's really not that hard, so please, there are many guides out there. You could do it. It's pretty easy, so work on that. And if you look at his dungeons, you see that he has a double Melia team that I took a quick look and it doesn't work. He doesn't have his Lucian done. He's actually using a variant of this team. I don't know if it's safe, but he's running it. He has a DB12 team with the Trickaroo, and this is where it's pretty cool to see because many accounts that we've seen that's F3 or lower didn't have the Trickaroo done, but this account does have it. And you can see that he's running it in almost every dungeon. This is a team that he's running for GB12. We're going to run it and see if it works. And if it doesn't, I'll give him some pointers on what he could improve on, because I did work on a double Melia team recently, and I know certain things that will help make the run safer. Let's take a look at his box. So he does have an LD 5, another talisman. This is the second time I'm seeing a talisman runed up, or I mean a talisman pool. And I think he really fits well in a second turn team. The sad thing is that this account does not have a Leo, meaning he can't run the standard second turn team, but he could run the variant. He does have an AoE stripper, one there and one here. And this is the first AoE stripper I used for my mediocre second turn team. Everybody had like plus 80, plus 90 speed, so technically you are still going second turn. You can't be super slow because without the Leo and the opponent being super fast, they could actually lap you and take more than one turn, and you don't want that. So that's why you give this team a plus 90 speed sort of deal, so that you actually take a turn right after the opponent takes their turn. So I will use the Chew, the Galleon, and the Talisman, and plus 1. You could use like a Zerath if you have it, a Zerath, which you don't have. You could even use the Chung Pung for like a second stripper, or like the reset, which kind of works like the Zerath if you don't know what to do, and work with that. You could even use the Samath if you want, if your team is actually that slow, and use him like as a reset, because again, you don't have the Zerath. Or Zerath, sorry, Zerath, that's the LD one. But overall, he does have some good units that he could use in Arena AD and AO, so we'll give him a recommendation there. Let's take a look at his runes now. So I took a quick look, and his Violet will sets are not really worth talking about because there isn't really any fast runes that are good. In early game, you shouldn't be only looking at speed. Runes like this, there will be useless, so it's a good thing that you're keeping them. But speed wise, he has that 121 rune, and that's about it for the will set. For the Violet runes, I know he has one that has 22 speed, but other than that, everything is pretty mediocre. There you go. Sadly, no grinds on that. And finally, his Swift set, which actually does have some fast runes, but he's using this on the Melia team, and I saw this for the account that I helped out last time. I know that there's this really fast Melia team, and I think this is tricking the early game players that they should be running this, but this has a high rune requirement to get a Swift Melia to be working like really safely. You have to get it plus 190, I think, or above. And sadly, his account doesn't have that. You could see that some of the runes are really fast, right? 24 is not that bad for this level. 26 is also pretty good. Another 23. But other than that, all the other runes are pretty like whatever. So that's all we have to say about the runes. Let's take a look at his dragons team. If he has the Verd going, not bad. Not 100 crit rate though, but I guess it's a work in progress. No grinds. Okay. His Trickaroo has the defense requirement, it looks like, and I'm assuming his tower, his defense tower, is pretty much full leveled or close to that. So let's take a look at his arena now. So here, his defense tower is almost full level. Okay, so I like what he's done. He has all the resources to be ready to get better runes, which is what he really needs. But I would pick a dungeon and stop summoning with your crystals, especially if you're not a spender, and just spend all your crystals, all your energies on one dungeon, a violent dungeon, or like DB12 or GB12. And I'll always buy this Devilmon. This is something that you always have to buy. Never forget that. And for now, Arena defense, what I'll run, although you should still be farming, is a slow defense because your swift runes are whatever. But let's say you want to use that swift runes, you technically can. I think it could be enough to get to F3 at least, to safely get to F3. So you could use that, and you could use a Clara because I think I did see a Clara. Am I wrong? No, I did not see a Clara. Dang it. Is it down here? No Clara. It's because you do need a fast stripper to move second. Yeah. Okay. You don't have Clara. You don't have a fast stripper like Triton. So forget about the fast team. Just go slow. Just go slow with this. You have the Triana right there. You could use Halfis. So with this lead, you go like this, +1, which will be like another healer. That makes the team annoying. A good one is Vigor. Vigor could be pretty annoying as well. Another good one is Kumar. Not scaled up, so forget about that. You could even use a Riley. Riley makes this entire thing annoying as well. So, or even a Perna. Perna can make it annoying as well. But this is like pretty common, right? This is pretty common. Make sure these three are like on 100 res if you could get it. Everybody should be on Violent other than the Halfis being on Despair. But that's something I will do. That's the type of defense I would run. And finally, for the offense, this is okay actually. Although it's not a really fast one because you need to get a strip defense break, or just defense. I mean, you can't get strip defense break, but you could get a defense break if they don't have will. The Fran boosts up. The Smash should go next, which she's not going to do that, and then the Kaki will go. Yeah, you really want the reset to go in first. One team that I talked about that I think that you should run is with this, because Chiu's strip is pretty reliant. It's not that bad, and you could use the Samath here plus a defense break Galleon. Ooh, you don't have a Galleon, huh? So you should build a... Oh, there's your Galleon. Okay. So you could run something like this. So the opponent will move. Then your Galleon... Your Chiu will move, getting the strip. And even a stun maybe. Because you could put it on Despair, being it slow. So strip stun. And then Galleon goes to get the defense break, attack buff in. And then the reset goes in. And finally the nuke. That's what I will do. Pretty common... Not pretty common, but a good arena offense if you could get it to work right and tanky enough so that it survives the initial nuke. And that's what I will do. I mean, even if the Samath dies, he'll come back and put him some fluff damage as well. So that's one. Another fast one is probably like, I don't like any of these. You want to go with like really fast clear, so Lucian will be like a very common one. And I hope you watched my video on making this defense. I'm making this offense. You could even use the Chung Peng lead if you think can't go that fast, but you don't have a Bernard. You definitely want a Bernard. Yeah, you definitely want a Bernard. It's a mistake I don't see a Bernard. But if you have a Bernard here or a Megan, something on the attack bar booster, you need a booster, right? Which you currently do not have. So I will get a booster. Bernard's free to make. Same with the Megan. Something like that. But with this, you wouldn't need the Konamiya or this Tion. You could go something like this as well. But if not, if you want to use the Bernard, which has a higher base speed, allowing you to outspeed better, you would want to go with, or even this, right? If you really want to outspeed, if you think your rune quality is lacking too much, even this would work. So this girl would go, the attack boost will go on the Lucian and go for the nuke. Or you could rune your Pungbek to go in front of the Tion so that he actually could put in some fluff damage and even maybe a pushback if you're lucky enough. And then Tion goes and then kills everybody off. Those are the arena offenses that I would recommend. But at this point, I will focus on farming one dungeon, DB12 or DB12 or GB12, and overall increase your rune depth and rune quality. And I will also work on artifacts, because I did see a lot of units without artifacts. If you can't do the B10 dungeons, just do B9, B8 and get those blue ones. It doesn't matter. You're mainly going to be using them for the main stat in the beginning of the game. But that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Yeah, I definitely want to see more than this. You only have 600 crystals left. If you do plan on spending, then please spend it on crystals and use it only for farming. Do not buy any summons. And definitely get Toa Hard done first. That's your first priority, because you're missing out on so many resources for not doing that. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.